Hello everybody, welcome to another Forbidden 3D Prints video. In this video we're going to try to repair the SD card slot that I broke while I was installing an SD card extension in order to save the SD card slot. So it worked out just fine. I already bought the SD card slot. It's the same exact dimensions than the original. We're gonna try and remove the old one and install the new one. As you can see, the problem here is that the SD card is not holding the extension anymore, so it just pops out straight away. So instead of applying hot air over the top of the board, we're gonna just apply from the bottom. So this way we're going to avoid to damage any of the components that are next to the SD card slot. We're going to use this board holder. Luckily it's the exact same dimensions as the board. Let's move the board to the edge of the table so we can apply heat from the bottom. So I just applied a little bit of flux to help the solder flow. Let's see what's the best way to grab the slot. Okay, this is a good place to grab the slot as soon as the solder is all liquid. So I'm gonna put my hot air station at 450 Celsius and on maximum flow. There you go. Actually, I was pulling a little bit too hard, ended up ripping one of the pads, but it's okay. We still have 3 pads and all the connection pads, so that's good. Yeah, we have to be careful when applying the hot air to just push when we see that all the solder is liquid. I just got a little bit carried away there. So what we're going to do next is remove the solder that is there and apply new fresh solder. Let's put a little bit more flux. So we're going to put a little bit of lead-free solder on the pads. Just mix it with the solder that is already there. Actually, I thought I had ripped the pad, but after all, the pad is still there, so that's good. Okay, so now that the solder is mixed, we can go ahead and use solder wick to remove the excess solder. I should be doing this with a bigger tip, but we'll have to do now. Okay, let's clean the board. What I'm spraying here is isopropyl alcohol. Let's apply flux. And let's put fresh solder. Okay, that's enough. Let's grab the new slot. Okay. The slot has these two pins that are going to align with the two holes on the board, so it's really easy. And we'll just do the same procedure, but to put the slot in place. And again, 450 Celsius and maximum flow. There you go. You can see the solder melting. Just push a little bit downwards and it's done. Okay, let's have a look at our solder joints. They all look really good. If you want to double check, you can always try and move the pins. If they don't move, it's because they're doing a good connection. And in this case, they're all doing a great connection. Can go ahead and clean the board. Let's test the new SD card slot. And that's it. It's perfect. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and install it on my CR-10S Pro and make sure that everything is working and do a test print. All right, let's go ahead and put the board in place. So the voltage input, which is the cables, the thicker cables, they go on the top. Red is the very top one and black is on the bottom. And the same thing with the bad heating element ones. Red on the top and black on the bottom. The fan cable goes on the top. Okay, that's it. It's all done. The only thing I had to be careful was that these two were marked as Z. So what I did is I tagged this one as Z bottom, so I knew that it would be on the bottom of the other Z. And I put Y, top Y on this one, but I didn't really need to, because these, although it's Y, the connection is completely different, so there was no need actually to tag it. But anyway, better safe than sorry. So everything is now together. I just need to put the cover on and test the printer. Alright, so everything is put back together. I already put in place the SD card extension. Everything is working fine. Holding the card in place. Now, for the moment of truth, we'll have to see if the printer is reading the files. So, let's see. And there you go. All my files are accessible and everything is good to go. So let's just try and print something just to test it. And there you go, it's starting to print the skirt. All it's good. It's reading well from the card and we're good to go. So this is how you replace the SD card slot of a CR-10S Pro. Probably works the same with the other printers, but this is how you do with this one. Feel free to like, subscribe and leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions. Thanks for watching another Forbidden 3D Prints video, and I'll see you in the next one.